called us as we were talking through what we do, and a common theme that I heard across was how everyone had multiple businesses that everyone was working on, and it's a good thing. But it's also, just as much as an advantage as it is, it's also a disadvantage. And why am I saying this? If you look at our Caucasian counterparts, you'll see that they do have businesses, but then they specialize and then diversify. And you see that they don't always focus on the one thing. Like, I mean, they don't focus on multiple things by themselves. Now, I must say this about myself. Because I do coaching, I'm very, very direct and I'm very blunt. And sometimes some things I wouldn't say would be very controversial. But you find that it takes kind of a punch to shift you from something that you're used to doing. Who, what, when, where, and why, and how, right? You have to know who your audience is, right? Who are you trying to get to? An example is, if I'm going to use our resources, Star House Foundation. It's an organization that deals with people who are abused, specific, right? Now, if this foundation decided, okay, we want to do more than abuse, we want to go into different areas, it's not impossible, we can do it. But how much energy and effort can we effectively do with the number of people that we have? So first we have to figure out who is on ground, who are we trying to get to? What is our target audience? That's cool. Now again, it's not impossible, it's just how much impact are you trying to make? Who, right? And then the what, of course. We figured out, okay, we want to focus on this, and this is why this is really good, because you have different people with different specialties. So if you know that, oh, I have seen this, you tap somebody who can do that in collaboration or in conjunction with you. But if you say, because I know how, then I'm going to do it myself, you're taken away from your focus points, and something else is going to suffer. Even when, when God has 100 sheep, and he uses one, he will leave the 99 who are already stable and go for that one, because that one needs different care. It's not like he can't handle all of them. He can. But then there's a different focus for different things, right? So the how, it's making sure you know your processes, you know your standards. Because one thing to go into business, right? It's another thing to know what can make you fail, what can make you succeed. You don't know, you do the research, or you talk to people who are in that field, right? One thing I usually say with some folks is, it's hard for a leper to change its spot. It's almost impossible, right? But it can be done. Sometimes you need to break bone to reset it if it's healed in the wrong, position. But identify first, is there something that you need to do? If you do, then how? Or what am I trying to get to? Everybody here is successful. Nobody here has had many issues, right? But if you're saying, okay, right now my bottom line is 1 million. I want to get to 4 million. I want to get to 5 million. How are you going to get there? How? Yes, you can do 5 different businesses. You can, but how much is coming? You probably will be seeing stuff coming. But what if you said, okay, this is my strength, right? This is my passion. This is my focus. I want to do this. And I'm going to put everything I have into this. My other things are there, but I'm going to see who can support me in those things, and I'm going to pull them in. And we'll make it work. A lot of us are we work in businesses in addition to our business, right? So we know that, like for instance, corrections, right? So imagine if a corrections agency decides to be a hospital. There's a hospital in there, there's a clinic, right? You have people coming, sometimes you might have maybe one person who's in there. But imagine if the corrections agency decided to be a hospital as well, full-blown hospital, bringing in people from outside. That's a recipe for disaster. Because you have people who are going to go, drug addicts who are going to go and look for the oxycodone in there to try and get, because it introduces a different set of risks and issues, because it's not like it's impossible. The space is there. It's there, but you're going to have to decentralize the people who are working there to have to focus on hospitals as well as corrections.
Yeah.
You know, I work as a program manager in an IT a cybersecurity firm. They do nothing else for cybersecurity.
Wow.
But when we get contracts that have other areas, we get subcontractors in. So, you know, so there are different, you know, it's not impossible, it's possible. But you just have to think about the who, the what. The when is another time, another piece.
Yep.
When COVID hit, a lot of businesses suffered. A lot of businesses suffered because they were still stuck in the face-to-face model of how they were doing business, and they shut down. There were some agencies, some people like in restaurants, who decided to venture into home delivery systems, and they are still surviving today.
Wow.
You have to understand the times to know how to, you know, move your business forward. So, I mean, again, people could have come in there, but because of the time, it's the when. Is that the right time for you to do what you need to do? You know, and then the how, you know, and then finally the why. There's nothing wrong with getting profit. Nothing. As a matter of fact, you know, people who are looking for profit get, you know, they make money.
Yeah.
Your passion for what you're doing is also another key thing that will drive you forward to where you need to go. So, why are you doing it? If you say, okay, I just want to do this for strictly profitability, don't go into NGO style of business, you know, don't. If you say, you know, it's for money, do it. If it's for charity, do it. If it's for whatever it is, you know the why, and it's going to make it easy for you.
I hope we all got it clear. Because I mean, I think she kept saying that all the time when we have a meeting, that we, as human beings or Africans, sometimes we just fall into businesses without even thinking about our target point. For instance, I want to open up a home health agency. What kind of home, is it hospice or is pediatric? A lot of Africans I just want to open a home health agency. They don't know who their target point and what time. Like now is the best time. So the timing, that's what she's saying. And then why you are doing it. And then if it's for profit maximization or for non-profit. So just do it for profit. But non-profit person should just do a non-profit. So people don't mix things.